Why you should write your book before you die. There are 4 main reasons today I would like to share with you as to why you should write your book before you die. Or in case you have been starting writing, why you should keep writing your book. Or if you have already published the books, why should you keep writing books in general? But overall, why you should write your book before you die, in case you have never written any book. And I'm going to share 4 reasons. But before I share those 4 reasons, for those who do not know me, I'm an author. I've written 10 books so far. And these are some of those books which I've been able to write. So I'm talking things which I know, which I've done it, and I would like to share with you as to why I decided to write the books before I die, and why you should write your books before you die. But also, a very high summary, how should you do it? Or how can you avoid and escape some of the challenges you'll be facing if you decided to start writing the books. Okay, so 4 reasons. Number 1, you have a story, and that story is unique. Remember, I usually tell people, and I've written this is in most of my books, one of the quotation I made a couple years ago, and it says as follows: you don't need to be Steve Jobs or Oprah Winfrey to inspire people. You are inspiration to others in so many ways because you are God's masterpiece. Yes, you are unique. You have been created in the image and likeness of God. So you are the masterpiece. So because of that, you have a story. Whether it's a success story or you failed somewhere, you can share that story and you can inspire others. You can let other people learn something from you, whether you did a mistake, how they can avoid that mistake, things of that nature. If you succeeded, how can also for them they can succeed. So you have a story, share the story. What's your story? I can give you a simple example. I wrote a book about my life. Just at 5th grade, primary school, Kigoma, planning one day I will go to live in America. I will start my family there. I will take a citizenship there. The reality now, we're talking now. So you don't need to have a bigger topics to talk about. There is a book cover I designed this beginning of this week, the week which is ending. So I designed the cover, and the title of the book is called Why I Didn't Become a Teacher. I didn't become a teacher, but I'm very talented and I would like to be a teacher. But there are so many other reasons about why the salary, about the pressure from the respect. So there are other reasons why it didn't take me a teacher. But now if I do some personal reflection, the career I did, whatever. So things of that nature. So you can decide this way. You become a lawyer. You can write a book why you became a lawyer. Or why you decided to live in country A. So you can have so many topics to share about. You can have a topic. I have a book cover already designed. It's called My Life at the Hill. The Hill referring to the University of Dar es Salaam. You can have your own experience. Even if both you and I went to the same University of Dar es Salaam, the same degree program, the same teachers, we have different experience. So you can write anything. There are so many topics you can be able to write. Reason number 2, you need to create a legacy. You need to create something for your family, for your children, your spouse, your grandchildren, great-grandchildren, your siblings, your uncles, nephews. You need to create something. Let me give you a simple example. I have 3 kids, Claire, Benedict, and Faustina. When Benedict was born, and a few years later, I wrote a book. This one, A Loving Father. Then, Claire was born, and later, I decided to write a book for Claire. Claire Francisca, The Happiest Girl on Earth. Then, Faustina is born. while she was still she was not born, she was still unborn, I was started writing letters. So it's called Letters to My Unborn Daughter, Faustina Marie. So these are just some of the things. Even if I die today, my kids will go there and read, understand why I do that. So things like those one. You need to create a legacy. And here on the introduction of the book, if you can see there, it is started with the letters from your loving father, Benedict. I'm writing to Benedict. And one of the chapter or one of the letter I wrote to Benedict is Benedict to understand why I'm writing these letters. And I say, Benedict, I believe you might be asking yourself some questions all about these letters. Before answering your question, I would like to share one important quote from Steve Jobs and blah, 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 blah. So things I'm explaining why I'm writing these letters. In 2011, I came across it to Randy Pausch last lecture series. He is the guy who had severe case of cancer, and then before he was given time, like 6 months to live before you die, and he has to say goodbye to all the kids. But the advantage of Randy had enough time. I mean, was given 6 months to teach the kids for everything he has to know in his entire life. But unfortunately, whether it's fortunate or unfortunate, Randy knew he has 6 months. But for us, we don't know either we have 6 months. We think that we are healthy, but you can get outside, you can get into accident, or you can get sick today and pass out. It's over. So you have to create something for your kids. So if I'm gone, I die today, I know I left something as a legacy to my kids. If my children wants to write books when they grow up, they can write the best books, the masterpieces, the books which will be bestsellers, because they have been growing into the house where the writer, the author lives in that particular house. So they don't need to go outside of the house to look for the writer. They can learn from the true example in the house. That's the advantage. Just like the advantage I had when I was growing up of getting A's and everything, is not because I was smart, no. It's because my brothers and sisters, I'm number 11 out of 13 children. So because my brothers and sisters, they were passing, getting good grades, so it became easier for me to go through the same path of doing well in school. Just like Will Smith and Jada, their kids, Willow and whatever, they can be able to become musicians, can be able to be artists or whatever, and become millionaires because it is easier for them, because the family created something for them. Or the kids of, like if you like Mark of Facebook, or Buffett, or if you're talking Bill Gates, their kids will be millionaires, and it's not surprising because they are growing up into that particular area. So for you to create something becomes easier just by if they decide at one point of their life to be writers, they don't feel difficult. For me, it was difficult because when we saw about books growing up in Africa, all the time I was thinking like Ngugi wa Thiong'o, or the books, or thinking about Chinua Achebe, or Sayinka, whatever. We are thinking like the books, you must be masterpiece, you must be somebody old, smart, like whatever. You can write books, normal books, no problem. So that is reason number 2. Let's go to the reason number 3. Build your resume or credibility just by writing the books. So if you are expert on something, you have a degree, let's say in political science like the one I had, you have been talking about politics, you studied and you analyze your politics of your country. What is your book as an expert or to build your credibility? Because if, let's say, you are a lecturer at the university, one of the way to get a promotion, one of the way to become professor or become senior lecturer or full professor, in the end, you have to publish books. You have to do publish scholarly articles. So that is one of the way to be credible and people to, okay, this guy knows what he's talking about. So for me, for instance, for 12 years, I've been talking about how to get scholarships. But without these books, I'll be just mere words, but now I can talk to you. I've written 2 books and I'm writing the 3rd one about just for PhD scholarships. So when I'm talking to you or talking to any person about scholarships, oh, this guy knows what he's talking about, and you have the book. And even if I want to apply for a job or teaching at the university, oh, this guy, he has written 10 books. Whether someone has bought any book or my book hasn't been sold, I have that credibility. If I apply to become international student advisor or scholarship advisor, they can see my books and say, this guy knows what he's talking about, and he has even published a book. So it helps you to build your credibility when you are talking. I'll be writing a book. I've already created a book cover. I've written over 65 pages already about green card lottery. What it takes to win the green card lottery. I'm writing the book because I've been talking about green card lottery for over 8 years, 9 years now. So anything I've been talking about, I've been advising people about losing weight. I've already have the book. I haven't published yet. I'll go to publish. So those are the things. To be credible, you need to do something. Start small, post on the blog or whatever if you want to do, and then be able to write it. Then, reason number 4, the last reason. It doesn't cost you even $1 to write and publish a book. What you need is your computer or a cell phone. You can type on a cell phone. I usually type on a cell phone sometimes when I'm traveling. You need your time to write the book. That's all. You can ask yourself, because some people, they get surprised. Oh, I'm writing and publishing almost 3 books per year. I'm not a millionaire. I don't have even whatever. I'm struggling for my life, myself financially. But it is easier to write and publish these books because I do self-publishing. And the self-publishing is free of charge on Amazon. You can do on Amazon, you can do on Lulu, you can do on other websites like Barnes and Nobles. There are so many self-publishing companies, they do online publications. And they're free. You do everything. Book cover for free. Template, interior template is already designed for free. You just do it. You upload your book there. The book will be there. When it is sold, if it is $10, they will tell you maybe $3 will be cost of printing. Then $7 we are going to divide. You as a writer, you are going to get 60%, and they're going to get 40%. But after the book is sold, not anything money up front. What are you losing? Nothing. It's free. So those are the 4 reasons. Number 1, if I can put it back quick, write a book before you die, because you have a story, you are unique, you are a masterpiece, you are made, you are created under the likeness and the image of God. That's number 1 reason. You have a story to tell. Don't wait until you die or the day before you haven't done, because you are losing opportunity of sharing your story. Second reason, quick, leave a legacy or create a legacy. Third reason, I said you have to create or build your credibility and your resume. And the last reason, it's free of charge. But the question is, what about making money? Because another people are talking about, oh, I'm writing a book in order to make money. I didn't put that reason on purpose. Don't do that mistake, like, let me write a book so that I can make money. And especially, you are not famous person. If you're a famous person like Michelle Obama, before even writing the book, was given like, I don't know, 10 million or something with company. Like, okay, we are going to buy your book. You see? That's number 1. Sometimes you sell book because you are famous. And secondly, it depends. If you're in developing countries, someone, the culture of reading is growing up, I agree, but it's not like in Western culture. And again, you will start, like, if you're doing business, you have to invest like advertisement and all other crazy stuff. And sometimes, okay, should I buy a book or should I buy a bread? Sometimes someone has to make that decision. So sometimes in developing countries. So, but if you do, if money comes, it will be okay, not a problem. But don't put money as number 1 priority or motivating force for you to be able to write a book. Find all other reasons like that one. If money comes along, that's good. But if it doesn't come, you have accomplished so many things. So that's why I didn't put money as a motivating factor or a reason why you should write a book in order to have a book. Yeah. So, and those are the many reasons why you have to write the book. But some people, they get scared to write the book because how should I write? I do not know a lot of good grammar, whatever. Yeah. So just write a book. Just write. Forget about the rules and the grammar, whatever. Just write a book. Those things you'll figure out later. But there are so many songs of Jay-Z and all other famous musicians. They speak broken English, but they're famous. Just write the book. Forget about the rules. Another technique is don't give priority or give attention to those people who are criticizing you. Because there are some people that's, even if you bring a masterpiece written, the bestseller, whatever, they will have something to say negative about that book. Even like if for the soccer fans, every single day we just have debate, Messi versus Ronaldo. Oh, this one doesn't know how to play. Oh, this player doesn't play well. But can you play even half of that guy? No. But we are good into criticizing. So I get criticism. Why your book is written, it was not Russia. It was Russia. Yes. If your book, you want to write about it was Russia, write yours, it was Russia. My book is, it was not Russia. So I don't care about your critique. For me, I have no problem at all. You come, oh, your book is having this color. Write yours with green, whatever if you want. I don't care certain things. So just write the book. Other people will follow. If they want to buy the book, they will buy. But write from the heart. Comes from here, put your book there. That's what I can simply explain to you. Those are the 4 main reasons why you should write a book as soon as possible. And I can give you a simple example. One of the millionaire in Tanzania, Reginald Menk, rest in peace, died this year. And one of the things, he managed to publish his book. I will, that book. I haven't been able to finish all of it yet. But it was good to, when you you die, already you have a book. But I'm just assuming, even he was too late to do that book because you are writing the book within a year you are going to die. But why? You don't need to wait until you are old to be writing a book about your life. Just write the damn book. Simple like that. That's why one of my title of the book is called Just Write That Damn Book Before You Die. Write the book. Whether people buy, they don't buy, that's none of their business. You have completed your duty on the planet Earth. Go in peace. That's all. You have your legacy. That's what I can say. Okay, please share the video. But if you have any question about self-publishing, you have struggled about completing your masterpiece, writing your piece, your book, you want to get these these kind of templates, I can put the link down here or ask you in the comment. I will be able to share these kind of resources. They are free of charge. No one is going to charge you even a single cent. So don't worry. I'm not charging you. Those links, they are free. They are not mine. They are Amazon links. They are Credit Space link. There are so many websites. They have these kind of links. Everything resources is free. So I know I want to share with you so that you can be able to succeed too. Okay. Bye-bye. Let me end up here.